upgrade.
Okay, here we go. My name is James Gilmore. This is AppSpy. I'm playing Skyforce Reloaded, which is a game that actually came out a week or two ago. This isn't brand new, but still relevant enough to be covered, because there's a slight difference of opinion on this game. Now, this is a sequel to a game that came out in 2014 called Skyforce 2014. This is essentially, it carries straight on. It's the same game, really. But it's obviously updated, it looks a bit prettier, more options, more guns, that sort of thing. It's called Skyforce Reloaded as the full title, and the reason there's a difference of opinion is largely due to the payment model. Okay, it's an old argument, I guess, but it's sort of interesting to me anyway, because as you can see, this is a really good looking game, like a really beautiful looking shmup. All the particle effects are fantastic, the backgrounds look great, the actual animations of the planes that are zipping around and the tanks that are crawling along the floor. It's just like, I can't really pick holes with any of it. It looks great. You've got elements beyond the shooting, so in addition to just trying to kill everything like you would do in a normal shmup, you also have to rescue people. This thing I'm doing right now, that little circular bar charging up, you hover over dudes who are stuck on the floor. It's similar to Resogun, I think, and you try and rescue them, and that's a separate goal and challenge you can complete. In order to progress through levels, you need to collect medals. I think there are 4 on each level. One of them is like kill all the enemies, so that's one target to play through. Another one is rescue all the dudes, so maybe one run you'll just try and rescue everybody, and that'll get you a medal. It is a free-to-play game, as the first one was, and that means there is some grinding involved. So what you have to do is level up your spacecraft. I say spacecraft, we're on the ground really, aren't we? But still, you level up your ship, right? So you can improve your rate of fire, you can improve your shields, you can get new guns, and all of this is done by collecting these stars, which you can see I'm doing right now. That's the currency, and then once you've got enough stars, you can unlock stuff. Now, we sort of reviewed this over at Pocket Gamer and didn't give it a great rating. The guy who was reviewing the game didn't really take to it, which I can completely understand. This is one of the rare cases where I'm slightly more in favour of this game, despite the fact that it's free to play. Usually I'm not a super fan of it, but I do think it kind of works with this game. Okay, so I'm playing really badly, by the way, because it's quite tough to play and talk on these ones. So there is a bunch of grinding. You do have to play levels again and again, because you'll need to collect different objects and items each time. You'll need to get more currency, and sometimes you'll need to complete different challenges, like I say, collecting all the dudes or whatever. So you're going to be playing, even if you aced each level, you know, you might be playing it at least 2-3 times in order to get what you need. And then later levels it does get more tough, and the upgrades get slower and slower to unlock. It's the familiar cycle for free to play. So it does suffer from all of those things. But at the core of it, I find this very playable. It's not as frantic as your average bullet hell shooter, because in a lot of bullet hell shmups you'll know that there's just an absolute haze of plasma filling up the screen, and they're super intense and everything. And don't get me wrong, this is challenging, this is tough. We're about to get a big fat boss here, and he's scary. Look at him, look at the state on him. Ugh, and I don't have loads of energy, so like 1 or 2 hits and I'm dead, I'm gone. So it does test you, it really does. And I find myself drawn back to it. I've played this level numerous times, not just because I have to, or because I'm trying to unlock a big upgrade, which I currently am. I'm doing it because I actually find it fun. I find this enjoyable. And I know that's going to divide some people, and to be honest, I'm a bit surprised, because usually I tend to steer clear of games that ask you to do lots of grinding and constantly play the same thing again and again. So I understand if maybe you're not the biggest fan of it, but I think there's slightly more to this game, and the game that came before it, than some people do. So this is sort of a rare instance where I'll slightly personally go, actually, you know what, no, I think this is kind of cool, and maybe it deserves a bit of attention. I'm not going to say that maybe I wouldn't have loved a premium version with perhaps a bit more grinding cut down, you know what I mean? So maybe there's slightly less of the grind. That might have been cool, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily work nowadays. We all know the situation with free-to-play. And the fact that I can just sort of fire this up and still get pleasure from doing this, from learning the enemy patterns, from dodging around, from just enjoying the ridiculous visuals on it. Look how good it looks. The shooting is satisfying, and I do want those upgrades. I am feeling myself like drawn towards chasing these upgrades, and that makes me want to play. And I'm not begrudging the game. I'm not like going, oh, I've got to play it again. I kind of want to. And you know what? Look at that. Look at this. Come on, that's satisfying. You got to be with me. Yeah, look at it. And hopefully I will be able to, I'll check after this, within this round or maybe the next round, because I've unlocked a new stage I haven't played yet, 155, I'll be able to unlock an upgrade for the ship. And that will make my heart do a little dance. I just know it will, because it gets overexcited like that. Our man 00 has been playing it for a little while as well. Let me just check the upgrades to show you. Here you go, look, I've just been able to unlock wing cannons. 2 additional cannons, upgrade for higher damage and higher fire rate. Yes, look at this, look at those flashing cannons. Now my ship is badass. See, I'm going to go into round 3 and start it. Let's see. Oh, I've already beaten James Rooney on that. It does little things like that, shows you your competition levels with other people, which again, it's a nice touch. Little things that do good. They've done well. And so now when you collect upgrades during the course of the flight, you'll get additional weapons added and bolted onto the side of your craft. And that makes me happy, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's free to download. You might as well try, give it a go. If you like shooters of any kind, then I'd recommend giving it a quick look at the very least. And don't judge it too soon. You might really like it. Skyforce Reloaded, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. This video is brought to you by AppSpy, in association with MMX Hill Climb, the raucous physics racer that's available for free on iPhone, iPad, and Android devices right now.